Hello and welcome everyone to Women's Speakers Association's WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer here. I've got two incredible women here today who are going to be sharing their wisdom, their light, and it's all about asking for help. Oh my gosh, so many of us are resistant to asking for help, but if you ask, you'll succeed. And I know our guests today believe in that, and we're going to talk all about it. But first, I want to introduce you to them. So let's go over and say hi. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Laura. My name is Nicole Parmar, founder and managing partner of digital marketing courses for real estate, coming at you from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Great to have you here,
Thank
Nicole.
you. Great to be here.
And let's say hi to Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Laura. Hi there. I am Sherry Fetzer, and I'm a women's wellness coach. And my website is sherryfetzer.com. I'm also on social media, mostly Instagram and Facebook. And I am tuning in from Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right, we've got Vancouver and Knoxville and San Diego represented here, and that's just beautiful. But both of you help people who ask for help, right? And so I thought today we can cover the importance of asking for help and why you'll succeed, how you'll succeed. So, for example, Nicole, I know you're in real estate. You help real estate agents, brokers get the systems they need for helping them succeed in their business. So what advice do you have for real estate people and to ask for help, and what can they get from that?
Yeah, so I guess the advice I would give to realtors is to educate yourselves. So start learning about data. And we would offer advice such as, get on top of things like CRMs, set up email campaigns, marketing campaigns, drip campaigns, remarketing campaigns, so that you're always insight in mind for your potential buyers or sellers. And we just want to make sure that they're educated on lead generation for a multitude of platforms to nurture those buyers and sellers through their marketing funnels or their sales funnels.
Wow, it sounds like you really have a complete system in place to help
We,
realtors.
we do, yeah.
So would you say that when realtors ask for your help, that you make success easy?
Success is never easy. I think we make it look easy all the time, but yes, as soon as we get to work with realtors, which we love, obviously, success starts coming. And again, it goes back to the education component. So when they're educated, they can make better decisions.
It's great. And you have the education they need, and they're only going to get it if they ask for it.
100%.
Wonderful. And Sherry, so let's go over to you. So I know you work in a completely different field. It's the field of helping people transform their body and get healthier. And, I bet you notice a lot of shifts when people ask for help. So what advice do you have for people? Do you recommend they ask for help? And when they do, what can they expect to see?
Absolutely. I think it's extremely imperative to ask for help because a lot of times what happens is that we just kind of get stuck in these patterns and we create these tremendous blind spots for ourselves. And it's kind of like Albert Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created the problem to begin with. So a lot of times, women come to me who are really stuck with their weight loss goals and so forth. They're tired of being on this cycle of self-sabotage and they can't figure out how to end that cycle. And, it really comes down to, having a shift in the perspective. And, it's, you can't continue to go through those cycles over and over again, and expect to change things if you don't have some sort of a shift in your perspective.
So if they have a shift, so what do you do? What kind of help can you provide someone in the area of weight loss? What advice do you have?
Well, a lot of times with women, they keep looking for some sort of external fix. And what it comes down to is it's a transformation from the inside out. A lot of times they come to me, they're looking for the next thing to try to help them, but to really get the long lasting changes, they have to do the work from the inside out. And, it comes back to the whole thing of that, they can't solve the problem with the same mind that created it because they've gotten into this cycle. It's kind of a shame game. And, you can't solve that problem going back to the shame and the guilt and, the negative self-talk. It comes back, you have to come around to speaking kindly to yourself. It's not a shame game. It's a love game. You have to stop the shame game and start the love game.
So where would they start for that? You have a couple of tips?
Well, it really does come down to, you know, thinking in terms of caring for yourself and actually loving yourself, understanding that you really are worthy of having these long lasting results and you are worthy of caring for yourself. We don't think twice about, spending all kinds of money to take care of our family members, take care of our cars, or take care of our houses, but we don't. A lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner and we don't do anything to take care of ourselves. And our health is our most valuable asset. So often we're busy, squandering our health, trying to chase after wealth. And we ultimately end up squandering the wealth to try to gain back our health.
Give us one tip on how to not squander health, how to actually help ourselves. Like people struggle with weight loss all the time. So what should they do?
Well, one thing that I think is really important around weight loss is to recognize whether you are, why you're even eating. Are you eating based on, trying to fill some sort of emotional hunger? That's basically a bottomless pit. It's something that it's never going to be satiated. Rather than, when you've got physical hunger, that's something that, you can, eat things, you can eat healthy and feel satiated versus, craving the food that doesn't actually fulfill you.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know why you're eating and if you're eating for more than hunger, then that's something to look at and that could cause weight gain. And if we just bring awareness to it, what I'm getting out of what you're saying is, and we're taking care of ourselves, we might just drop the weight because
Well, it does. And one of the things, I think one of the worst things, people, they get so used to just eating out of habit. They don't even know why they're eating. They think they have to clean their plate. That's one of the worst things I feel like that we can, even teach children, because we get into this habit of cleaning our plate because we don't want the food to go to waste, but the food is going to go to waste one way or the other. It's going to either go to waste in the trash can or go to your waste on your body. So it's like, don't just eat because you got to clean your plate or eat because you're trying to, fulfill some sort of emotional need. Be very aware of what you're doing, staying present, chewing your food, eating slowly so that your body actually has time to send the right signals to shut down your hunger and, to send the signals of satiation for your, so that you know when to stop eating. It's really tuning into your body again.
yeah. And what I want to point out for both of what you do, Sherry, you're not revealing something that's not unknown, but asking for help means getting support,
Yeah.
means a reminder. Both of you have the support, and Nicole, you have the support for business, in particular realtors and associated brokerages and firms like that, that you can do it on your own, but it's going to take longer. And Nicole, you were saying, success is not easy, but if you have the right tools, would you agree, Nicole, that it makes it easier? If you have a guide who's been there and knows what they're doing?
I also think sometimes you can't go it alone, though. I think sometimes we're our own worst enemies and we can't see the roadblocks that are coming ahead. So, in Sherry's case, being that support for people, to just make sure they stay on track and to identify maybe triggers that may come later down the road for them is, imperative.
And you do the same
Yeah.
for people, making sure they don't make the mistakes over and over again, and they're kept on track for that. So asking for help is a path to success, a more likely path to success. Like you said, Nicole, sometimes you can't go it alone. And
Yeah.
if you haven't acknowledged that, then we're here to inspire you to do that. That's the point of today's show, is like asking for help is not a bad thing. It's actually good for you. It's good for
Yeah.
your body. It's good for your business, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So awesome, awesome, awesome advice from both of you, and a really interesting conversation too. So I want to know a little bit more about your expertise. Who do you work with and what do you do with them? So Nicole, why don't you share a little bit more?
Sure. We work with realtors, brokerages, or the assistants. And what we're really focusing on goes back to education. So we want, I feel bad for realtors. They have a lot of things to do. So they have to market themselves, brand themselves. They have to stay insight in mind. They have to know comps for all neighborhoods. They have to come up with secondary, tertiary, all kinds of plans for either businesses or residential homes, depending on what people need and want. So we're really focused on growth marketing with them. So what we do is we sell courses so that realtors can come online and figure out what it is they need. So they'll start with a SWOT analysis. So they'll look at their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, threats. And then we get as far deep as teaching realtors how to set up pixel codes from Facebook and how to build UTM codes with Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager. So we support them from all levels. We support really beginner realtors in the market, and then we support those senior people that already have their websites. Maybe they have 12,000 visitors a month, and we really build out lead generation, content marketing, marketing funnels, and sales funnels for them so they can focus on time delay, time decay, and referrals in the end as well.
Brilliant. Being a marketer myself, I understand this. And for anybody who's not familiar with some of the terms that Nicole, you offered, that's why you need the help because they'll make it
Yeah.
clear, right?
Yeah, and I apologize for anybody who doesn't understand this. But yeah, these are kind of just table stakes now. Our world is moving so fast. There's so many things to do. So we're definitely here to help. Just reach out and ask.
That's right. So, and ask and you will succeed.
That's right.
Don't be afraid of it. If you don't know these terms, if you don't know what to do next in your marketing for realtors, ask and
Yeah.
you will succeed.
Of course. And everybody starts somewhere. So if you're starting here, that's great because we can get you to that next level and just keep pushing you to build.
Right. So tell us a story about how you've helped someone succeed.
Yeah. So I'll just start off by saying every realtor we've helped so far has become a top producer for their brokerage. So we're really proud of them for achieving that. That's a huge achievement. One of our biggest stories is a client we took on suggested that they were the top of Google rankings. They were doing amazing when in reality, they had been blacklisted from Google. So the only person who could see their site was them. So we jumped on board. We straightened a few things out. We have them on automation, drip campaigns every month, and a newsletter blast to everybody they're in contact with. We have them on remarketing. And what that means is anybody who visits their website is kind of like we stalk you online now. So we've put cookies and we follow you around. So anytime you're online looking for farmland or residential or commercial, whatever you're interested whatever you were interested in, our ads show up all the time. So we stay insight in mind, which helps with obviously marketing and sales.
And lead generation, we love
And
that.
lead generation. So yeah, we're proud of the work all the realtors put in because it is work.
Congratulations, great work, and what a great service for people to ask, reach out to you, and succeed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nicole. Sherry, let's talk a little bit more about what you do for people. Who do you work with primarily, and what do you do with them?
Well, I primarily work with professional women over the age of 30 who have been on these cycles of weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, and they're really tired of, they're tired of spending so much time complaining about their thighs or feeling like they don't have any energy. And really helping them, I'm really on a mission with women to help them improve their relationship with their bodies and with food, because it has so much power to really transform our lives.
And do you do that in a coaching relation? Do you have a program? What's your
model? I do. I work a lot one-on-one with women and create a customized plan for them. Something that really, something that they can do. And they don't feel like they're doing just yet another, they're not just throwing their money away into some other thing that, is not going to stick in the long run. Right. And we really do work, on creating the consistency and really shifting the needle on their emotional scale so that they can shift the needle on the physical scale too.
Beautiful. So tell us a story. How did you get into this?
Well, it was really, I I was in my 20s and I had just gone through this whole thing myself of back and forth with my weight, gone up and down, tried every diet in the book, and I mean, you name it, the cabbage soup diet, the, slim fast, the no fat diet. And I had just kind of come to this point. I was 40 pounds overweight. I was exhausted and apathetic. I felt like I was just destined to just, progressively gain weight and, no energy. It was really literally like I was laying in bed one night and it was just almost like a lightning bolt that hit me. And I was like, I don't have to accept that. I can actually change this for myself. And I was like, I'm overthinking about the weight. I'm ready to just focus on being healthy and being happy and feeling good. Life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be, healthy and happy and vibrant. We're here to be alive. We're not just here to, like slowly walk off, just like zombies, I mean, when we're alive, we're meant to be alive while we're alive. I'd really just gradually just made these changes, committed to consistency. I decided that I was going to do whatever it took to, eat better and just feel better overall. And I've never looked back. And I've been a consistent yoga practitioner for the last 20 years. I've been just very committed to, my own health, and I want other women to know how worthy they are of all of that too.
Nice. Well, congratulations on your transformation and and thank you for the transformations you're doing for other women out there. Both of you are extraordinary givers and, wisdom, full of wisdom. And that's what we love doing here on Women Speakers Association, is to get your messages out and help you do that more broadly through speaking and connecting in community. So I'd like to hear from you each about what is the value you get from Women Speakers Association. Nicole, maybe you can share.
So far for me, I would have to say it's the great connections and just knowing that if I need expert help in any field or walk of life, that I have an army of women behind me to tap on the shoulders.
You absolutely do. That is our big we are a community. So,
Yeah.
and we're worldwide. So you can have someone next door
Yeah.
or, straight across the earth, basically.
Yeah. Don't have to go it alone. I have anybody here to ask for help. So it's great.
Yes. And Sherry, what's the value that Women Speakers Association has been for you?
Women Speakers Association has been very valuable to me from the aspect of all the resources that are available. And again, it comes back to the community too. I feel so supported. I feel like, I've gotten some very good focused advice, around certain topics. And, I'm very thankful for all of the support and encouragement that Women Speaker Association offers.
Right. So again, if you want to succeed in your business, you're a woman with a message that you want to get out there into the world, go to joinwsa.com. Check us out. Download our Speaker Success Plan, or do what Sherry and Nicole have done and join as a Premier member. We'd love to have you and welcome you into the fold of our community, where we are granting women a community. We are providing the space for that community connection support, like Nicole and Sherry have talked about. Resources. You can tap a woman on a shoulder. You have an army of women out there for you. So thank you, ladies, for this. This has been a fabulous show. Lisa Mannion has said hello, and she's happy to see you.
Hi,
Yeah,
Lisa.
she's happy to see you, Sherry. And thank you for the love, everyone. And thank you, women, Nicole and Sherry, for the great work you do. We will be back with another episode of Women Speakers Association's WSA TV premiere show really soon, next week. And please watch us at WSATV.com. Bye for now.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Sherry.
Bye.